Welcome to EFTM. It's time to play another episode of What's in the Box, and I'm pretty sure we've got an updated version of the iPhone 16 dummies. Now, reminder, earlier in the year, we received these. These are the iPhone 16 molds. These are before dummies. These are metal, early size samples, and the big thing we noticed about this was the presence of an extra button here on the side so that we can use it to take photos and selfies a whole lot easier, because that button up there is really hard to reach. So that was the big thing we noticed. Now this is a much bigger box. I think there's more in here. Let's have a crack. Okay. 2, 4, 5. Let's have a look. Oh, they love their foam over there. Urgh. All right, we have 5 different boxes, and each of them, well, not all of them. Yeah, no, they do all have a little dot on them, which I'm tipping is about the color. So they're all 16, so one assumes iPhone 16, and maybe different colors. There we go. Now the sticker comes off. Let's remove everything. So these are standard 16s because they're not big. Fake Apple logo. So a reminder for those that are new to this. These are what we call case dummies. So the idea here is that someone who wanted to make cases for the iPhone 16 can source these, make cases, so they're ready to manufacture and sell and ship and package them before or at the time the iPhone 16 is announced. If we assume it is, that'll be around September. Now, that's why the placement of the Apple logo is important, because some people want to put a circle there on their cases and things like that. So we have a white 16. Surprise, surprise, we have a black 16. These are very high quality. I don't think I've had dummies this late in the piece. I normally get the dummies in between here and here. So this is your, absolutely machine milled version. I normally get something in between that kind of gives us an indication of everything else, but these are these are far more realistic. So they've come they're a lot further into the production. They also have screen protectors on them. Oh, satisfying. We'll remove those as well. Pink. All right. Anyone for a pink iPhone? Oh, the sticker didn't come off straight. There we go. Okay, pink, white, black. Oh, and I wonder how close these colours are, because I've never seen them do dummy colours before. I don't know how much to trust them, but if to be believed, that's a very subtle pink, and this is a very deep bold. It's a more present blue, if you know what I mean. The blues of recent years have been very washed out, I thought. Oh, and this is a strange green. I think that camera is correctly representing that color. It's a very strange green. Let's get rid of all the rubbish. Someone's got to clean that up later. Ha, that's me. So what we have here are 5 different colors. This is the iPhone 16, so you can imagine the 16 Plus being almost identical in its color range. You'll notice here a much more visible and easy to understand look at the upright camera, which we talked about with the original dummies. So there we have it, 5 different colors for the iPhone 16. That blue is quite bold. The green is very different. It's a wow, it's like a bluish green. And you'll see all the edges of the phones carry that color almost perfectly from back to front. That'll be interesting to see in manufacturing whether or not Apple's able to really pull the color off from back to side, because normally they lose a bit of the color washes out in those edges. So it'll be fascinating to see, but look at those. Those are most likely the 5 colors of the iPhone 16. We don't have Pros here, but you can expect the Pro will be a little bit more subtle. It'll be normally a white, a black, and a goldy color or a blue, and a little bit more subtle. The Pros never come in bold-looking colors like these because it's a Pro version, you see. Now, just looking at them again, coming back to the original metal ones, we are still seeing I'm calling it the shutter button, the camera button on the right-hand side, along with the side button, or we all know it as the power button. I'm going to tell you that that side button is now recessed in these dummies. So in these original dummies, the normal, what you'd call side button, was prominent. It would come out and you'd push it in. And I mentioned in my video of these dummies back in May that the camera button was more flush and recessed. I'm going to say this side button, oh no, it's only on the green one, so I suspect that's a failing of the dummy. Just felt a little bit more flush, but if I hold pretty much all the others, the button feels prominent, proud. So side button as standard, proud, sticks out. New shutter button, very much flush. You can't see, so you can very barely see there the side button, and this is where the camera button is, but it's flush with the side. So case makers are going to have to build the side of their case to account for that. Because as I said before, the whole point of this is so that when you're taking selfies, right, you can reach out and just simply click, because it's right where your thumb is. It's right there where your thumb is. And that's, I got to tell you, that's a really simple thing, but you try, I know you can push the button up the side, but you push that button up the side and your finger starts to touch the screen here, they might change the settings, or it's a bit weird feeling. This is very natural. So it's a very natural feeling to just click that. And of course, it's very natural just to do that as well with your finger on the shutter button. They're a very nice look. I like the look of them. I'm almost drawn to the green, but I really like the blue. So tell me what you think. What's your pick of the colors? Any surprises here for you? And are we now pretty certain that the iPhone 16 is going to have this new shutter button? There is still, for reference, there is still a SIM tray. I don't think the other dummies had that. So on these ones, there is still a SIM tray. So for those countries outside of America, where you only have eSIM, I think we're still going to see a SIM tray in 2024 on the iPhone 16 at the very least. The iPhone 16, I expect, will be announced around September 9 or 10. And I assume it'll be available around the 20th of September. But there have been changes in the past. They've pushed back the announcement before. They've pushed back the availability. There's a whole range of reasons why that might happen. But you have to say, I feel like we're a long way into the process if the factories are leaking at this level already. iPhone 16 details will be, of course, available across the year at EFTM.com.